What is up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Tech Boy. Today I'm going to be talking about Apple's environmental stance that they announced today. Apple's plan is to have zero carbon footprint by 2030, which means Apple is no longer going to take any resources from the earth. Apple is going to use completely renewable energy, and Apple is going to no longer put chemicals into the earth when products end up in landfills if they aren't recycled. There is a lot of details to this plan. It's very exciting. It's very cool that they care so much about the environment, and it tells us a lot about why they're removing the chargers from this year's iPhones. So without further ado, let's get into it. So if you don't know, Apple has its Apple trade-in program where you can take your old device, bring it to Apple, and if the device is new enough and has relevant enough parts that they can be reused and resold or refurbished, Apple will give you money for the device, and you can use that money towards a new iPhone or any new Apple product. If the device doesn't have parts that can be reused for a good enough value for Apple, Apple will recycle it for free, and those parts will be used in future iPhones. Current devices of all types, not just iPhones, I didn't mean to just say iPhones, can be reused in other new Apple products. So if you recycle your old MacBook today, the aluminum will be removed from the MacBook by a machine somewhere in Apple. Apple will recycle the aluminum and use it to build a brand new machine. So really, since Apple plans to use 100% recycled materials, that means that every single part that they're going to be putting inside of new devices is going to be recycled. Not a single thing is going to be mined from the earth. 100% recycled materials sounds really difficult to do. Like, if there's not enough stuff turned in to Apple, they're just not gonna have materials. I have no idea how that's gonna work. They might not be able to ever achieve that 100%. Maybe they can achieve like 90% because I just don't see it. But if they can actually achieve that, that would be incredible. Fun fact, all of Apple's servers and Apple Park is powered by 100% renewable energy. If you ever looked at Apple Park has lots of solar panels powering Apple Park for all of the electricity it uses. But Apple doesn't manufacture their own devices, unfortunately. They have companies that will manufacture parts and the displays and everything. All of these companies by 2030 are going to be required by Apple to manufacture everything using just renewable energy. Apple also wants these companies to not get rid of any materials or waste anything or put anything in a landfill. Everything has to be recyclable, everything has to be renewable, because I think Apple knows it's a company that if they're this gigantic company who produces lots and lots and lots of technology, they can't be wasting materials. That's why I think Apple wants to do this, because it's great for marketing, right? This company is producing hundreds of millions of iPhones, and you can't just put that all into the environment and it's bad for the environment. You need to make sure that if you're going to produce this many iPhones, you're going to need to take a lot of materials from the environment, you're going to need to recycle them and make sure to reduce your own carbon footprint. I'm really happy that they're doing this. I know a lot of people really don't care about this and they just care about the technology, but the fact that behind all the specs and all the numbers that tech heads look at, there's good. There's Apple caring about the environment. There are a lot of rumors talking about Apple removing the charger and the wired earbuds, and people are upset about that, obviously, right? The phone's not going to come with a charging brick, but if you think about it, right, a lot of people already have that little lightning charger that plugs into your phone. Do we really need to include it every year? Some people just keep it in the box. The box ends up in an attic somewhere. You already have a bunch of chargers. You have tens of chargers. You don't need another charger. Then it stays in the box. You never take it out when you unbox the phone. It stays in an attic. Eventually you're throwing out stuff. You throw out the box. That ends up in a landfill, and reports have come out saying that these little chargers end up as e-waste, which means electronic waste, and it's really bad for the environment because this stuff doesn't decompose. So the fact that Apple is going to no longer include this charging brick, yes, it's sad that you're not going to be able to have a charging brick when you get the phone, But most people already have an iPhone, so they already have a charger. And if you don't have a charger, like, it's not the end of the world. I would hope that they can hopefully include some type of deal where you can get like a charger for like $10 the brick instead of $30, or maybe they can give you some Apple credit or something when you buy the phone. I don't know. They could just not do anything at all and you have to buy it separately if you need it. That would be pretty Apple to do. I think it's perfectly fine of them to not include a charger, considering how good it is for the environment and how much waste ends in landfills. I think this is a good idea. I know a lot of people are against it, but it's not just because they're a greedy company. All in all, summary, Apple wants to make sure that all of its products are made with renewable materials. No materials are wasted during factories producing the products, and make sure that all of Apple's suppliers run on 100% renewable energy, and all products are made from renewed materials from previous devices. And the fact that they care so much about how the device will be after you no longer use it, after it ends up in a landfill, and how they care about that, it definitely proves that, since reports are saying that chargers are ending up in landfills, they are going to remove the charger. Like Menchiko said it, and leakers aren't always correct, obviously, but the fact that they care, showing in these reports, definitely means that they are going to remove the charger and they're going to use more recyclable stuff in the future. But anyway, that's about all that I can tell you about Apple's environmental plan for today. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, link in the description. My name is Mr. Tech Boy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, and if you want to pick up the merch on Teespring, link is in the description. Bye!